we firmly believe that we have the opportunity to build the brand that defines news and opinion on digital platforms. We think that this is a very large opportunity from a business point of view. So we're putting the infrastructure in place, the business structure in place to allow us to be, revenue-wise as big as we are traffic-wise. Greg is somebody I've known for about 10 years. He was instrumental in bringing Yahoo to multi-billions of dollars in revenues when he was the head of global sales at Yahoo, and that's where I met him. He's a very accomplished revenue developer and revenue manager, and he's going to be joining our team on Monday. We're really looking forward to, like I said, growing the business to the size that it's capable of being, and that that requires building a larger sales force, being more sophisticated in our research, in our tools, and that's what we're about to do. Well, the destination site obviously is very important and has continued to grow. It's it's close to being 23, 24 million uniques at the moment, so it's bigger than it was at the height of the campaign. But by the same token, we're seeing quite a bit of growth in social media. So we publish on Facebook, we tweet, so we publish on Twitter. Our mobile applications, the iPhone app, the BlackBerry app, we're just launching the Android app this week, have seen tremendous amount of growth. And these don't require necessarily that the user goes back to the destination site. We publish literally on these native platforms, and we try to make sure that we are where the audience wants to be.
I see. And tell us a little bit about the editorial operation. Jay is on board. You have the investigative unit. Talk a little bit about the expansion editorially.
Jay is our managing editor, and of course Ariana Huffington is the editor-in-chief. So we have a very strong team, about 40 strong, mostly in New York. We have people in Washington, including a Washington bureau chief. We have a White House correspondent, and then we have a few people in Los Angeles as well. Our editors are the orchestrators of the stories that we put up on the site. So they curate the news. They keep the stories alive. We just don't post a story and move on to the next one. Each story, we keep a close eye on the story, how it's developing. Is there anything new that we should be adding? How is the audience reacting to that story? Maybe the audience is making a contribution to that story. So that's what our editors do, and do it, I believe, better than anybody else in this particular way of telling the stories. Early on, we understood that we had to constantly develop new tools, new ways of telling these stories, as I said, in digital format. We literally introduced new features and new ways for the audience to interact with the content on a daily, if not a weekly basis. So there's always something new on the site. It's always fresh. We publish, I don't know what the number is these days, but hundreds of different stories a day. So there's always something going on that people are interested in. And it grew in a viral fashion. People told their friends, and so on and so forth. We now have HuffPost Social News, so that allows you to log into our site using Facebook Connect, and then we populate a page of you and your friends who are also Huffington Post members, and now you can share stories and share comments with your friends only. So that's a big innovation. It seems to be very appealing to people. And we're already preparing for the next step, whatever that may be. So there's always something new going on, and I think that's why people like the site so much.